Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege. What another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Friday. Friday. Yeah, I think it is Friday. Happy Friday to you. Man, what a crazy night last night here at the Crypto Siege's household. Up all late last night to the wee hours of the morning, hopping on new exchanges, increasing the portfolio. Boy, I got to tell you, really exciting time to be in a digital asset space. I got to tell you, really excited. I hope you guys are having a great morning. I hope you have an absolutely outstanding day today. The market is certainly doing its thing as usual, and we will get into that. We'll cover a little bit of that today as well. I'm not sure if there's anything. Let's do something here. Let's do this and see. Let's check out livecoinwatch.com and see how the market is currently doing. So 91.98, so just under 9,200 for Bitcoin. ETH is at 238 bucks. Just a little red here for 24 hours, huh? XRP minus 6% on 24 hours, and Link minus 6% for the 24 hours. So the market is in the red, huh? Market's in the red this morning. Interesting stuff. So guys, I wanted to cover something about MoneyGram, because I do really think it's very important to know and cover. Anything that MoneyGram does is absolutely hugely significant for Ripple, because again, that partnership, that 50 million or whatever, how many million that was, tens of million, is a partnership. It's a strategic partnership. And so what goes well for MoneyGram goes well for Ripple, and I believe vice versa as well. All right, so this is from the Cryptic Poet. Guys, by the way, this is going to be your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. So shout out to the Cryptic Poet. Has been doing his thing on Twitter for sure. Absolutely always adding value to the XRP community. And we here at the Crypto Siege's home definitely appreciate you, bro. So the Cryptic Poet tweets on Twitter just in. Ripple partner MoneyGram has announced the expansion of its consumer direct channel and online presence to Ireland. Wow. Ireland, let's check this out. MoneyGram Digital Growth, this is from PRNewsWire.com. MoneyGram Digital Growth maintains strong momentum and market expansion continues. The company achieved 106% year-over-year digital transaction growth in June, driven by strong demand for the mobile app, high customer retention rates, and continued digital market expansion. Those are great things. High customer retention rate and continued expansion. Trust me, I know that is a great combination to have. So MoneyGram International, a global leader in cross-border peer-to-peer payments and money transfers, today reported 106% year-over-year digital transaction growth in June, as strong as consumer demand for its leading digital capabilities and customer-centric app continues to grow. The company announced the expansion of its consumer direct channel and online presence to Iceland, of all places, to Iceland. How about that? So our digital results once again highlight how consumers around the world are recognizing a new MoneyGram that is delivering the best digital experience in the industry and providing a seamless connection to family and friends through our modern mobile and API-driven platform, said Alex Holmes, MoneyGram chairman and CEO. We're especially encouraged by the stickiness of our digital customers who are remaining loyal to our brand, and we continue to focus on bringing our leading capability to more consumers in the market. Yeah, stickiness, retention is a cool deal. People get, they kind of get comfortable. They get happy using something on that phone. They stick with it, right? They're used to it, right? It's almost ingrained in them, right? So very cool. Each component of the digital business, MoneyGram Online, digital partnerships, and sends directly to a wallet or a bank, account contributed to the strong overall digital growth in June. Again, I believe that what's good for MoneyGram is good for Ripple, which is why I wanted to bring you guys this morning. In addition to the significant increase in digital transactions, our June results highlight how digital business is helping the company return to revenue growth, said Camelia Chido, Chief Operating Officer and leader of the company's digital business. Our digital transformation has significantly improved every part of the company, and our agile investment approach continues to demonstrate results. And just listen, make no mistake about it. MoneyGram is able to move and able to pivot and able to capture market space in no small measure because of this Ripple investment and strategic partnership. We cannot dismiss that. That is a fact. So it was absolutely a brilliant move. And again, I believe without question that move came from the advice, suggestion, if you will, from Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao. That's my humble opinion. This is not news. It's not somewhere written down where I saw it and, I wasn't in some room somewhere when it happened, but that's what I believe. I believe Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao was, in fact, behind that news, behind that move, because that's what he does. He goes and invests strategically in companies that need help, that have a big time, long-term vision, potential for success. So so I don't need to read about MoneyGram. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys. The other thing is, I think it's important because, listen, we all had a chance to check out the link to and check out some videos from some recent calls there. And everyone, if you're not familiar, Linkto, LINQTO, is a platform that allows accredited investors to get into these early, if you will, pre-PO type, if you will, investments, and via these SPV, which is special purpose vehicles, to invest in companies like Ripple, Coinbase, and Uphold. And essentially, Linkto purchases the shares. You purchase into the SPV. When a company does go IPO and go public, shares are sold. You get the cash. You get the money. And the difference between buying and getting in it early and it going public. That's what you get. So you get the cash. And if you say, look, cash is cool, but I'd like to hold this stock long term, maybe give it to my kids, then you purchase it at that current price, and now you own it. So it's kind of one of those deals. Is an interesting thing. Look, if you get something for $10 and now it's at $20, you double your money. You take what you got out of it, right? What you put into it, rather, and you put the rest into the shares if that's something that you're interested in. Do it. And Linkto seems to be, been watching some interviews from the people there, to be very personable and willing to work. So, start your registration, if you will, and see what it looks like to become an accredited investor. Get familiar with the people over there. So, but this article here is about Coinbase, and they're looking like they're preparing to go and do the IPO. And I think it's very, very important because we all know that Ripple is looking to do the IPO. They already said that they were going to do it. It feels as though it's going to be done this year in 2020. And so I think this is huge news for Coinbase as well. Because again, through Linkto, I believe Linkto is going to be doing Coinbase as well. They're definitely doing Uphold, definitely doing Ripple, and I believe they're doing Coinbase as well. So crypto exchange, this is from the blog, crypto exchange Coinbase is preparing to go public as early as this year. Let's check this out from the blog, crypto.com. I think I was just, is Ken Curson part of the blog? Is that one of his many platforms that he has? I'm not sure. I think, but I'm not sure. Crypto exchange Coinbase preparing to go public as early as this year's report. I should do a video on Ken Curson. Interesting guy. We all know that CKJ had dropped a video about a podcast he found. He did it like 3 or 4 days ago with Ken Curson and Charlie Shrem. one of the originals. You want to talk about the OG? You want to talk about an OG? Yeah, Charlie Shrem. So he did an interview. Apparently, they're pretty good buds. It feels like there's like a mentor-mentee relationship between Ken Curtis and Charlie Shrem. So maybe I will do a video on that later today. So crypto exchange Coinbase has reportedly begun preparing to go public. A Reuters report citing people familiar with the matter said Coinbase's listing could come as early as this year. Yeah. One source told the news outlet that the exchange is considering a direct listing instead of a traditional initial public offering. Should the exchange receive approval from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, it will become the first U.S.-based crypto exchange to become a public traded company. The block has reached out to Coinbase for commitment and will update this story should we hear back. Yeah. And so, no, I heard something about these confidential IPOs. I'm not sure if, so BK covered that, right? He talked about the confidential IPO and perhaps that Ripple might be looking to do that as well. We shall see. I don't know if a direct listing instead of a traditional initial public offering is the same thing as a confidential. So we'll see. So in May, JP Morgan started providing services to Coinbase. At the time, a banker told the block that JP Morgan's move suggests that the bank could benefit from a future course. Because JP Morgan is not looking out for you and I, the average Joe and the average Jane investor in the digital asset space. That I can tell you. So there's little business and fees associated with processing wire and ACH payments. I would expect that there are other associated benefits to JPM from any associated banking services, additional collaboration with both of those firms, potential for winning any future IPO or another angle such as JPM coin being offered on either of those platforms, the banker said at the time. Yeah, so certainly anything from JP Morgan and those dudes over there is not anything for you and I without question. So, and it says here, crypto lender BlockFi is also planning a public market debut. CEO Zach Prince told the Block that the firm could go public as early as the second half of 2021. So a lot of these IPOs, a lot of these fintech companies are coming to market. And how cool is it to be part of that, right? A lot of people missed the internet boom, weren't able to get involved in a lot of things that happened with Google, Apple, eBay, Amazon, right? Facebook, like, so all of those different things. And now we're right in the midst of it, guys, right in the midst of it. A bull market away for a lot of people from being an accredited investor. Just a good bull market away. Yep. Or two, depending, right? Or depending, right? You get that, I think the income is like the last 2 years, right? 200 grand. And the million though is, you got it on the books, you got it on the books. If you have it on the books, you have it on the books for that accredited investor. So we're in a blessed spot to be able to take advantage of that. So guys, definitely pay attention for sure to this, because it's great news when Coinbase is able to go IPO. This is great for the space. We're talking about, I don't believe them to be an exchange, but they're still in the digital asset space and a major player in the digital asset space without question. So I'm going to cover this, but where's the one from Roses on the Moon? Ripple payment now operational in the United States. Shout out to Roses on the Moon in U.S. 22 geopolitical regions. Now, the Ripple payment app is now operational in 22 geopolitical regions. XRP plays dual roles as a payment platform and a currency, guys. I'm going to cover that in another video. Arthur Portillo did something. Portilla shared with us on Twitter. This is the very first time Ripple explains how the ODL works with this level of detail. Definitely worth the read. Very educational blog post overall, and a good illustration on how Ripple is still iterating to improve ODL. Stay tuned for that in the next video as well. Implied FX rate, an early measure of liquidity. All right, very cool. Shout out to the engineers at Ripple for sharing that as well. Covered that MoneyGram thing. I think that's hugely important. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up here and stay tuned for the next video. I know it's Friday, but we're definitely going to get out at least 2 videos for you guys today. Again, the market is doing this thing as always. I hope that for you that this is a head up and show this back moment for you in your life. Why? Because you are, my friend, playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And you are winning. You're winning. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.